Good evening, Mavericks fans, and welcome to another live broadcast for the MHMavericks. Tonight we're playing the Moose Jaw Miller Express. So far in the season, the Mavericks are 3-2, and Moose Jaw Miller Express are a whopping 6-0 on the year. Tonight at Athletic Park, we have Bark in the Park night, so there's lots of dogs around the park, which is pretty exciting for us here. The Mavericks started the season off losing 2 in a row to Okotoks and Brooks, and they've since bounced back, beating both Brooks and Okotoks and beating Lethbridge. Messinat currently sits on a 4-way tie for first in the West with Fort McMurray, Edmonton, and Okotoks. Last night, the Mavericks went to Brooks and crushed the Bombers 13-5. So far this season, Moose Jaw is sitting atop the Eastern Division, 6-0 record, picking up 2 wins against both Swift Current and Brooks, and individual wins against Yorkton and Regina. Starting lineups for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Batting first, center fielder number 8, Eric Marriott. Second batter for the Miller Express, second baseman number 7, Scott Platt. Batting third, first baseman number 18, Ty Roseberry. In the fourth spot, number 19, Alex Hendra Brown, left fielder. Batting fifth tonight, number 16, Adam Cook, the Miller Express DH. Ty Barkley, the catcher, number 30, is batting in the sixth spot. Batting seventh, number 17, Jordy McDougall, the Miller Express third baseman. Batting eighth, John Rayborn, number 26, the right fielder. And in the ninth spot, Ty Lightly, number 4, the shortstop. Starting pitcher for the Miller Express, number 22, Gunnar Piquette.
Home plate where looks like Kimmy's down there. From the promo team, and she's going to gift one of the players.
And the starting lineup for the MHMavericks. Leading off, again for the Mavericks, number 2, David Salguero, center fielder.
Number 12, Evan Sutta. Congratulations, Evan.
Batting behind him in the second spot, like normal, second baseman number 4, Louis Conjura. And in the third spot, again, is number 1, Nolan Radai, third baseman for the Mavs. Batting fourth, number 31, Zach Gray, playing first base tonight. And DHing in the fifth spot, number 25, Colton Wright. Batting sixth for the Mavs, number 5, Carson Johnson, shortstop. And batting seventh, the catcher, number 27, David Vilches. In the 8th spot is Jackson Hoagie, number 18, the left fielder. And batting ninth for the Mavs, number 9, Jordan Dre, right fielder. Starting pitcher for the Mavs tonight is number 19, Junpei Akanuma. Last night against Brooks, Nolan Rada and Colton Wright both had 3 hits each. Colton Wright and Michael Kahn each had 1 home run, the first 2 home runs of the year for the Mavericks. Colton Wright had 3 RBI in the game, leading the offense for the Mavs in the big victory. Evan Sutta made his first pitching appearance for the Mavs this season, pitched a 6th inning strong, giving up no runs and only 2 hits. Junior Pimentel pitched 2 innings in relief and recorded 5 strikeouts. So far for the Mavs, a couple stats here for you. Louis Conjura and Nolan Radai lead the Mavs with 7 hits each through 5 games, with David Salguero and Carson Johnson just behind him with 6 hits each. Bats for the Mavs have started off very cold in the first 2 games and they picked up losses, but have heated up the past few games and it's turned into a couple W's for the Mavs. Wright has 5 hits, Sal Rodriguez and Jackson Hoagie each have 4. Runs have been spread out by the Mavs, with Conjura leading with 6 runs so far in 5 games. Radai has 5, and Johnson, Salguero, and Wright, they all have 4. You know, pitching has been a strong point for the Mavericks this year. It's been good in all 5 games. So far this year, Evan Sutta, Jamin Cervantes, and Alex Defoe have all picked up a win. Out of the bullpen, Barry Kane has 7 strikeouts, and Junior Pimentel leads the entire staff with 8.
Playing center field, number 2, David Salguero. Playing second, number 4, Louis Conjura. Batting third, playing third base, number 1, Nolan Ratai. In the number 4 slot playing first, number 31, Zach Gray. DHing tonight in the number 5 slot, number 25, Colton Wright. Playing shortstop, batting 6, number 5, Carson Johnson. Behind the plate tonight, catching, batting 7th, number 27, David Vilches. Batting 8th, the left fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie. And batting 9th, the right fielder, number 9, Jordan Dre. Today's starting pitcher for the Mavericks, number 19, Jumpe Akanuma. Head coach for the Mavericks, Andrew Murphy. Assistants, Philan Letine and Kyle Swanek. At this time, fans, could you please stand, remove your hats, and join Sheena Peters in the singing of O Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thanks, Shayna. Fans, I'd like to direct your attention to the pitcher's mound and welcome Logan Pizzola from 102.1 CJCY. Today's game being sponsored to throw up today's first pitch.
All right, fans, we're in for a good one tonight here with the 6-0 Moose Jaw Miller Express and the 3-2 MHMavericks. Mavericks on a 3-game win streak now, and they're getting better and better every game. So it should be a tough test for both teams. Both teams showing early in the year that they both have a good pitching staff. Both have strong pitchers on the squad, and both teams can hit. So far this year in 6 games, Miller Express have over 60 hits, so averaging over 10 hits a game. And lately the bats have been waking up for your Mavericks.
29 degrees, mostly sunny.
Moose Jaw is here for 2 nights. They play tonight and tomorrow night, so it should be interesting to see what happens in a 2-game series here. We're in for some good baseball for sure.
Winds 14 kilometers out of the southwest. Umpires for tonight. Behind home plate, Rick Solberg. On first, Chris Hartley.
Junpei Akanuma getting his 2nd start of the year. Started the season opener for the Mavs in Okotoks. That game he pitched 5 innings strong. He did give up 5 hits and 3 earned runs, walked 2 and struck out 4. Akanuma caught the loss in that game and owns a 4.20 ERA, so he'll look to lower that today, but he's in tough against a strong top half of the lineup from the Miller Express. First 5 batters for the Miller Express have been batting the ball around the field all year so far this year, and they have been tough to get out. So Akanuma's in for a tough time tonight, but the Mavericks defense has been tight all year, and they'll be ready for the challenge.
Good for the concession and souvenir clothing.
been a strong team effort from Miller Express this year, both batting and pitching, getting them to their 6-0 record. Stepping into the batter's box now is for the Miller Express. First batter of the game, leading off for Moose Jaw. Their center fielder, number 8, Eric Marriott.
First pitch, 7:05.
First pitch is a good-looking fastball from Akanuma. Gets a called strike on the outside half of the plate. Second pitch a little bit high and outside. Marriott watches that one blow by for a ball. Third pitch, the same as the second, up high and away from the strike zone. 2-1 count now here to Marriott.
Look out, folks. Foul ball coming your way.
Swings on that one and fouls it off above the Mavericks dugout. Akanuma from Kyoto, Japan. This is his first year pitching in Canada. Full count now as the fifth pitch is up high again. Akanuma attacking the top of the strike zone. He's missed 3 times now. And Marriott sees that pitch and flies it into center field, but Salguero charges it down and catches that one, puts the first batter out.
Brings to the plate number 7, the second baseman, Scott.
Good fielding shown there from Salguero, as he's done all year, being able to charge down fly ball as a speedy center fielder. One up, one down for the Moose Jaw Miller Express as number 7 second baseman Scott Platt steps into the batter's box. Scott has 7 hits in the 6 games so far this year for Moose Jaw. And he swings on the first pitch and hits it down to Carson Johnson, who dives after it. And the throw is offline, though. It takes Zach Gray off the bag, and Scott Platt's going to walk up to second.
Base hit and an E6. The first baseman, number 18, Ty Roseberry.
Great diving play there from Carson Johnson as he snatched that one from going into the outfield, but throw is offline, took Zachary off the bag, and he couldn't collect it. It went into the dugout, and first base runner for the Miller Express is on second.
Rick has a long time.
Batting for Moose Jaw now, third batter, first inning, number 18, first baseman Ty Roseberry. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1 count. Second pitch, curveball from Akanuma, catches the bottom half of the strike zone, 0-2 count now.
Yeah, he goes from one score to the next, right? So.
One out, one on for Moose Jaw here in the first. Third pitch, hard fastball from Akanuma. Akanuma's going low on this at bat, and that one misses just underneath the strike zone. 1-2 here to Roseberry. Batter calls time, and we wait for him to regroup in the plate, in the batter's box. Curveball that Roseberry swings on and hits it high into right field. Jordan Dre gets under that one, puts him out, and he'll throw into third, but Scott Platt has no problems getting into third as a sac fly. advances the runner to third.
Brings to the plate the left fielder, number 19, Alex Brown. No.
Scott Platt now on third. Two outs. One on for Moose Jaw here as number 4 batter Alexander Brown comes into up to the plate for Moose Jaw. First pitch called strike here. Hendry Brown having a great start to the year in 6 games with 10 hits, hitting .476. He's been seeing the ball well. That pitch gets away from Vilches, but not enough for Platt to come down the third base line. He stays on third base, and he... Scott Platt and Hendry Brown, both with 6 runs on the year so far. Hendry Brown hits that one high into center field. At the wall, David Salguero gets underneath it and catches it at the wall. Salguero had to step onto the warning track for that one. That one almost out of the yard. Salguero looked like he had no problems with it. One gets on for Moose Jaw, but no runners come around to score. Mavs get through one scoreless. Two outs from Salguero and one from Dre. Moose Jaw hitting the ball pretty hard so far in the first.
Yeah.
So number 22, Gunnar Piquette pitching tonight for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Piquette so far this year has started 1 game and made 2 appearances for Moose Jaw, pitching 6 2/3. Those 6 2/3, he's given up 3 hits and 1 earned run. He's walked 3 batters, but he struck out 9, so he's got a hard fastball and a good curveball. He's striking out batters. Carries a 105 ERA. So he's had a good start to the year on the pitcher's mound. Mavericks bats have been hot as of late, hitting over 10 hits per game the last couple. So they'll be in tough here tonight against Piquette.
Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the center fielder, number 2, David Salguero.
First batter for the Mavs here in the first. Center fielder, number 2, David Salguero. Salguero's had a good start to the year with 6 hits so far in 5 games. First pitch is a ball. Salguero hitting .240 so far. He's got 3 doubles in 5 and 4 runs to his name. Salguero swings on that one and hits a grounder to short. And he's safe at first. Shortstop can't throw him out.
Salguero hustling down first, beats the throw. Infield single.
Salguero has been showing his speed on the base pass and in the outfield so far this season.
Second baseman, Louis Canjura.
Hustles down the first base line there and throws out. Runs out to throw from Ty Lightly.
She likes this song.
First batter on for the Mavs, and Louis Canjura is in the, and he's gonna bunt. And miscommunication from the defenders there, and Louis Canjura is on first base, and David Salguero is at second. Greg bunt, Louis Canjura. Good hustle there from Canjura and Salguero, and then a perfectly placed bunt from Canjura. The bunt went all the way to the first baseman, and nobody covered first, so Canjura had a free bag to go after. First baseman looked to first originally and didn't go to second off the bat, so that allowed Salguero to slide into second as well. Nolan Radai in the batter's box now, number 1, the third baseman for the Mavs. Radai's had an excellent start with the bat, tied with Louis Canjura for the team lead in hits with 7.
That's a great drag one. That was good.
Radai bunts, but he fouls that one off behind home plate. Mavericks are trying to move the batters around and get the runners in scoring position. Usually you see Radai swinging for the fences, but might use small ball tonight to beat this Miller Express team that hasn't been broken yet. Piquet steps off the plate there just to check the runners. That pitch way outside. Radai looking to bunt again, but pulled back as he saw that pitch not running close to the plate. 1-1 count now here to Radai. 2 on, no out here in the first. Radai goes bunt. And it's fair. Third baseman caught it fair and tried to take it into foul territory. And that's a base hit for Radai. Two straight hits for the Mavericks coming from bunts. The infield defense from the Miller Express not looking so sharp here in Meth and Hat tonight.
First baseman number 31, Zach Gray.
First 3 batters are on base here for the Mavs, all singles. Stepping into the batter's box, the 4th hitter, number 31, first baseman Zach Gray. Zach Gray is known for being a power hitter, and he might look to get this ball deep into the outfield. And he swings on the first pitch, and he finds the gap between first and second. David Salguero's in to score, and Louis Canjura is charging for home, and he's in there easy. 2 RBI single for Zach Gray.
2 RBI single there for Gray. And you know what that means? That's the first runs of the game for the Mavericks. I'll give you some time.
No outs, and 2 runs have already come around to score for the Mavericks.
And there they are, the 2020 vision.
4 straight singles for the Mavs. Now the DH, the 5th batter for the Mavs, number 25, Colton Wright.
Number 25, Colton Wright.
Colton Wright had a 3-run home run last night in Brooks. Started the season off just a little bit cold. Couldn't find his groove in the batter's box, but the last couple of games he's really been coming around. He's been finding the ball and hitting it hard.
But that's what it is.
First pitch from Piquet, up high and wide, and that's ball 1. Mavericks having a good start to this game against a 6-0 Moose Jaw team. Good small ball from the Mavs here tonight. They've been bunting around and a couple singles. And that one is hit hard from Colton Wright, and that is a no-doubter over top of the wall. Home run for Wright. Another 3-run blast from number 25 for the Mavs. Nothing Mavericks here in the first after a long home run. 2 straight nights with a home run for Colton Wright. He is on fire right now. Both three RBI home runs. Mavs are finding their way around the bases right now.
Number 5, Carson Johnson.
Second pitch swinging and put that one over the fence. Good looking home run there from the designated hitter. In the box now for the Mavs, number 5, Carson Johnson. Looks at a first pitch strike. Second pitch inside, that's a ball. 1-1 count here now to Johnson. And he hits that one up the middle. That's going to be stopped by the second baseman, but not until he got into the outfield grass, and Carson Johnson has himself a single. Already 6 hits here for the Mavs, no outs.
Number 27, David Vilches.
Number 27, the catcher David Vilches batting now, the 7th hitter for the Mavs, still no outs. First pitch from Piquet there, good looking breaking ball on the outside half of the plate. 0-1. And Vilches hits it past the shortstop. Another single for the Mavs. Vilches with only his 3rd hit of the year. Good at bat there. 7 batters have come up now for the Mavs. Still no outs. 5-0 game. As we've had 6 singles and 1 home run. 3-run home run from number 25, Colton Wright, his 2nd of many nights.
The left fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie.
Stepping into the batter's box now is going to be the left fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie. Had a good game against the Brooks Bombers last night. His bat's finally waking up. Had a couple hits in that one. Jackson Hoagie might have had one of the best called seasons this year on the Mavs, but has started this Wimble season off a little bit colder than he probably expected, but it looks like he's waking up at the right time as well. First pitch from Piquet is a ball outside. Second pitch in the dirt, and that gets away from the catcher, Ty Barkley, and the runner's going to advance on the wild pitch. Runners up to 2nd and 3rd on that wild pitch. That one got in the dirt and got away from Barkley. Speedy runners of Mavericks took no time to advance their scoring position. Runners on 2nd and 3rd now here for Hoagie with no outs in the 1st. Good breaking ball there from Piquet. That one catches the bottom right corner of the strike zone. Got his spot there exactly where he wanted it. 1-1 count. 2-1 count, sorry. Another called strike. Piquet's looking to settle things down and find a strike zone. Hoagie swings on that one and fouls it off towards the Mavericks dugout. Still a 2-2 count here, this at-bat. Sixth pitch of the at-bat is high of the strike zone. We now have a full count for Hoagie. Hoagie with a good at-bat here, working the count. getting some pitches under the arm of Paquette here in the first.
Heads up, folks. Foul ball coming your way.
Hoagie fouls off another one.
Just a reminder, those foul balls are property of the Mavericks. Take them into the office and get $2 in Mavericks money.
That one gets past the seats, behind the dugout, over near the batting cages. So a full count here to Hoagie. 2 on, 0 outs for the Mavs. The 7th batter in the batting box right now. Calls time. Steps out of the box and regroups. Gets ready for the next pitch. Hoagie tips that one off. Swung hard, looking for the fences, but just barely grazes the ball with his bat. Tipped it off behind home plate, and he's still in there. 3 fouls now in this at bat and a full count. And Hoagie hits a line drive up the middle past the pitcher. And he's going to have an RBI single. All 8 hitters for the Mavs now picking up a hit here in the first. Number 9 hitter coming up to bat, Jordan Dre, and still no outs, remarkably.
CJCY giveaway, ball giveaway, we got a little bit of break there. Can we do that right now?
First mound meeting for Mushaw.
Your people aren't ready.
Not the situation that Mushaw wanted to be in coming into this one. Must have figured they had things under control, being the team that's unbeaten so far through 6, but the Mavericks at home are wide awake and having fun tonight.
The right fielder, number 9, Jordan Dre.
Hitting .333 on the year, stepping into the batter's box, the right fielder, number 9, Jordan Dre. Hasn't played every game for the Mavericks so far this year, but when he has, he's performed extremely well. First pitch from Paquette, a breaking ball that doesn't break enough. Lays it up high. Misses the strike zone. Dre swings hard and gets a lot of that one, but he pops it up high. Right fielder backs up for it, but he can't grab it. And Jordan Dre has himself a double, an RBI double. Vilches comes around to score.
Coming the order now for the Mavericks, the center fielder, number 2, David Salguero.
All 9 hitters through for the Mavericks here in the first, and leadoff hitter David Salguero back up to the plate here in the first.
Not out.
Still no outs. Gunnar Paquette has faced off everybody. Everybody's seen him now. Jordan Dre and Jackson Hoagie standing on second and third. Salguero hits that one to the shortstop, and the fielder's choice goes to third. And Jordan Dre is safe at third.
That's an error. That's an E5 error. It's a fielder's choice with an E5 error. Mavericks are already at the 9 hits, folks. One more hit, and we're going to be giving away Frosties at the end of the day, courtesy of Wendy's. Number 4, the second baseman, Louis Canjura. Yeah, well, no, that's a foolish choice, right? Is it?
That's the second.
Second impact.
So they all have
They don't put the ball in play, that's for sure.
Louis Canjura batting now.
Stolen base. Defensively active. Whatever. Lance, and I'm not listening. See, like, how do you not know that you got a runner on for, like, a shortstop's going to be 4 sets, 3, 4 tag. Good lead runner to shortstop. He's right there. You gotta know what you're doing.
I knew what they should have.
Put the tag down. You had him. He knew it.
I knew it.
Yeah,
Why
he
did
knew
the
it.
third baseman? He's the one playing his call.
That's right.
3-1 count here to Canjura. And he's walked.
Third baseman number 1, Nolan Ratai.
Now batting for the second time here in the first inning. The third batter for the Mavs. Third baseman number 1, Nolan Ratai.
Good ball club, boys.
We have loaded bases right now.
And the blocker.
We have loaded bases right now. Do we miss a run? It should be 8-0. He's got 8. And the bases loaded.
Nolan Ratai hits that one to the center fielder. That's the first out, but we got another run. RBI for Ratai. Runners at first and second stay where they are.
Zach Gray. We should have 10 hits, yes? Oh, that was us. Sorry.
9-0 here in the first inning for the Mavericks.
We look here, Barry James, dogs,
One of the most wild first innings we'll be a part of.
You doing an overscore? Just sing,
Batting for the second time already. Number 31, the first baseman, Zach Gray. Sees a first pitch strike down the middle. Had a 2 RBI single his first time up to bat this inning. With only 1 out, he'll look to cash in some more.
Am I at the right count? Or am I out?
Good. Counts good.
1-1 count here to Gray. That ball is in the dirt. Barkley gets in front of it. Runners stay where they are. They can't advance on that one. Gray in the batter box, looking at a 2-1 count. 2 on, 1 out as well. Batter calls time. Steps out of the box and regroups. And that pitch way up high and inside almost caught Gray in the chest. He had to back off that one. That one getting away from Paquette. 16 balls and 21 strikes thrown from Paquette here in the first inning. It's been a tough one to get out of for the pitcher. And Gray hits a hard ground ball in between second and first baseman, and he's on with another single.
There you go, folks. 10 hits.
Bases loaded now for the Mavericks with Colton Wright stepping up to the plate.
The team will be handing out coupons for a free frosty purchase of a meal, courtesy of Wendy's. All right. Brings to the plate the designated hitter number 25, Colton Wright.
Designated hitter Colton Wright, the 5th batter in the batting order for the Mavs, stepping into the box for his second time in the first inning. 1 out for the Mavs and the bases loaded. Colton Wright hit a line drive home run over the left field wall. His first time up the bat. 3-run home run that time. First pitch is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, called strike. Ten hits already for the Mavs in the first inning.
9-0.
Second pitch, a fastball that runs just a little bit too far out wide. Can't find the strike zone on that one. 1-1 is the count. Colton Wright hits a ground ball past the third baseman into left field. 2 runs are going to score on that one. A 2 RBI single for Colton Wright. Five RBI for Wright here in the first inning already.
What
11-0 for the Mavericks in the first inning. Five RBI for Colton Wright.
Extra runs. So it should just be, 9. Yeah,
Carson Johnson, the shortstop, number 5, stepping into the plate now for the second time. Singleton scored his first at bat. Looks at a first pitch. Curveball, called strike on the upper half of the strike zone.
There you go. Ah, we got her, my guy.
Second pitch, another good-looking curveball there from Paquette. That one catches the inside half of the strike zone. 0-2 count here to Carson Johnson. Third pitch coming in, and Johnson swings on that one and fouls it off down the first base line.
11 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. 3 up.
Well, 2 left on right now, but geez.
That'll be the line for the pitcher. Who can remember all of it?
Yeah, like, what do you do? Like, you just obviously didn't have the start that you're hoping for.
That's probably the
Hey, you just, what is going on?
0-2 count still here to Carson Johnson. Gunnar Paquette trying to get the second out of the inning. And Johnson pops that one high into left field. Left fielder charging after it, and it's going to fall. It's going to find some grass. And the bases are loaded. Base hit for Johnson again. The pop fly that time should have been one that the left fielder got, but came down a little bit faster than he thought, and he couldn't charge after it.
Hey, you ready for that promo right now?
And we're going to get a pitching change from the Miller Express.
Well,
Probably about time for Gunnar Piquette.
You got some time to do it. Can you maybe let them know or no? All right.
Tough start for the pitcher there from Moose Jog, number 22, Piquette.
What number is that?
Not easy to go through something like that, I'm sure.
What number has he got? 24. What do you got there? 24. Falco?
F-A-L-C-O.
F-A-L-C-C-O? Falco? Nick? Okay, you ready to do it right now? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I'll put some music on and we'll go from there.
In relief for Moose Jaw Miller Express,
Today's game day sponsor brought to you by
number 24, Nick Falco.
Weekday mornings at 7:40 with John and Steve on Classic Hits 102.1 CJCY for
Gunnar Piquette throwing 1/3 of an inning, getting up 12 hits, 11 runs as he walked another batter.
How about we stand up? Let's do a little dance, and the promo team's got some.
No strikeouts for Gunnar as he threw 28 strikes and 17 balls.
Gotta be dancing though, gotta be dancing.
Tough start for Gunnar. He started this year off pitching very well. Threw 9 strikeouts through 6 2/3, and
That's all we got. No more, we're done.
only has a 1.05 ERA. Unfortunately for him, that is going to change now after this start.
Pitching change is brought to you by Mr.
Giving up
Miller
11 runs after 1/3.
for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Right-handed reliever number 24, Nick Falco.
Who could have ever predicted a start like this, though, for the Mavs?
Number 27, David Vilches.
We knew that the boys were seeing the ball well and the bats were hot, but nobody could have ever expected this. David Vilches, number 27, the catcher,
Who should we pick for them? It's pretty bad enough that we have to pick.
batting again for the Mavs. Looks at a first pitch.
He's already sore already. Come on, let's wrap it up. They're down 11-0.
Another pitch outside, 2-0 count to Vilches. A third pitch from Falco. Can't find the strike zone. 3 pitches from Falco. All balls, 3-0 count here to Vilches. Bases loaded. He swings on that one and pops it high in the air towards right field. Right fielder backing onto it, and he catches that one at the warning track.
Then he scored a sacrifice flop.
1 run comes in, and the runner advances to third.
Vilches with a sacrifice fly out to right field, throws it out of the way. So that's you.
Two out now for the Mavs in a 12-0 game here in the first inning.
Number 18, the left fielder, Jackson Hoagie.
Falco gets the batter out, but 1 more comes in. Runners on the corners, 2 out for number 18, Jackson Hoagie.
Now the home score overscoring doesn't affect us. In the second inning, unless they do have a game. You know we're getting questions.
0-1 count as he looks at the first pitch strike, and he hits a grounder to shortstop Ty lightly, and he gets the out at second.
Mavericks hit 12 runs on 12 hits. There was 1 error. 2 left on for Mavericks. After 1 complete, score is 12.
First inning now over. 12 hits for the Mavs in that inning, and 12 runs came around to score. 17 batters in total for the Mavericks in the first inning. Only Jordan Dre not getting to bat twice in that first inning. Junpei sure has some run support in this game. He can feel a little bit settled down in his home debut. Started the season away in Okotoks, did Junpei, so this start here is his first one in front of a home crowd. A big crowd tonight. This one's probably the biggest so far this year, as it's Bark in the Park night. Lots of people with their dogs, lots of people wanting to see all the dogs as well. They're in for a good show tonight, that's for sure. All of us here expected a tight, close game between two hot teams here in the Western Major Baseball League, but one team proving that they're staying hot, and another has a deep hole to climb out of. A big comeback for Moose Jaw would have to be in place for them to be in this game. Number 5 hitter for Moose Jaw, the designated hitter, number 16, Adam Cook. Looks at a first pitch ball, that one fastball up high. Fastball there from Junpei that Adam Cooks hits towards second baseman Louis Kanjura. And he throws him out at first. That one was hit hard towards Kanjura. Kanjura had to scoop that one out of the dirt, and he did so nicely, got control of the ball, and took his time to throw it towards first baseman Zach Gray to get Cook out. Now batting the 6th batter, number 30, the catcher Ty Barclay. Good looking breaking ball there from Akanuma as he floats that one down the middle of the plate. 0-1 count. Another breaking ball there from Akanuma, and Barclay lifts that one into center field as Salguero gets under it and puts Barclay out. Salguero so far this season has done an excellent job out there in center field, having not many problems chasing balls down, and the ones hit to him, well, those ones are pretty easy. Just like that one there. Now batting the 7 hitter, number 17, Jordy McDougal, 3rd baseman for Moose Jaw. Looks at a ball and a strike, 1-1 count. And McDougal hits that one back towards Junpei, a little dribbler, and Junpei scoops it up and throws him out at first. 3 up, 3 down for Moose Jaw there. So far, 1 hit for the Miller Express through 2 innings.
Pretzels from Cypress College will be coming around with our hawkers tonight. Check out our new concession edition.
Junpei pitching well, in control through 2 innings. Throwing 6 balls and 14 strikes, only giving up 1 hit. He's either made the batters pop it up high into the outfield, easy outs for Salguero and Jordan Dre, or he's made them ground it out to either him or Louis Kanjura. Nothing too difficult so far for the Mavs. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Mavericks is going to be number 9, then Jordan Dre, the number 9 hitter for the Mavs. 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI double.
To be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Mavericks. Starting off here at the bottom of the second, number 9, Jordan Dre.
Good curveball there from Falco as that one started outside of the plate but worked its way back in. Caught the inside corner and it's an 0-1 count. Fastball that Jordan Dre sees and hits hard towards center field. Center fielder Eric Marriott charges back and catches that one, puts Dre out. Good play there from the outfielder.
Top of the order now for the Mavericks.
He had a long way to run. Had to run at least a good 40 feet there to run that one down. Once he got there, had no problems with it though.
How are ya? Well, I'm glad you finally made it up here.
1 out for the leadoff hitter for the Mavs, number 2 center fielder David Salguero. Looks at a first pitch that misses the left half of the plate. That one outside, 1-0 count. Here's Salguero. Salguero gets jammed there and pops it up towards third base. Third baseman Jordy McDougal has no problem there as puts him out. 2 up, 2 down for the Mavs here in the second, not getting that small ball luck like they did in the first inning. Mavericks hit a lot of grounders there in the first inning, but every single one of them found a gap. Got them all on base. So far, 2 pop-ups from the Mavs here in the second. Louis Canjura batting now here in the second inning. 2 gone in the second for the Mavs. Still a 12-0 ball game. Two straight balls thrown from Falco. Louis Canjura walked his second time batting in the first inning.
Here. Thank you.
Third straight ball, that one a fastball up high, misses the strike zone just barely. Looked like it could have caught the upper half.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fourth pitch, a fastball that catches the inside corner. Louis Canjura looked that one off. Wasn't the pitch he was looking for. 3-1 count now. And Louis Canjura walks for a second straight at bat. Falco had no troubles getting Dre and Salguero out, but then walked Canjura in 5 pitches. That gets 2 out and 1 on here in the second for the Mavs.
Okay, it doesn't show 9 runs. It's because of the overscore, so if fans keep on asking me if the score is correct, look where it says 12-0. They got that out of 3 in the bottom of the first inning, but it can't go up there because it's an overscore and the board can't show. It can only show single digits, not like 10, 11, 12. Okay?
First pitch called strike here to Radai.
10-4, little.
Second perch. Second pitch, sorry. Outside of the plate. Hit the dirt. Barkley had to scoop that one up. 1-1 count now. Nolan Radai 1 for 2 on the day. Third pitch is a good one. Good looking breaking ball there from Falco as that one caught the outside corner. That's the pitch he was looking for, the pitch earlier. 1-2 count. Radai fouls that one off down the first base line. Little blooper that first baseman Ty Roseberry could not run on. Still a 1-2 count here to Radai.
Yeah, we're talking.
We're talking about you, Dawson. We're seeing you're doing an awesome job.
1-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And Radai hits a blooper into left field. That one's going to catch some grass. That one rolls up there.
2 on field for Radai. Brings to the plate. The first baseman, number 31.
Good hit there from Radai. He's now up to 9 hits on the year. Hometown kid seeing the ball well early on in the season. 2 outs and 2 on now for the Mavs. 2 straight batters getting on first. Louis Gandura walked and Radai with a single. Zach Gray in the batter's box now for the Mavs, the first baseman, number 31. 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles, 2 RBI for him, and later scored both times that he's been around the bases. Second pitch right down the middle. Zach Gray didn't want that one, and it's now a 1-1 count. Third pitch from Falco, a fastball that he down low hits the dirt. He was looking for the bottom half of the plate but can't find it. The ball slips out from him, and another one that Barkley has to scoop up. That pitch, a breaking ball that can't find the outside half of the plate. Can't spin enough, and it's now a 3-1 count as that one landed outside. Three-one count here to Gray. Mavericks looking to load the bases again as Colton Wright is on deck. Good hard fastball there from Falco. Wasn't messing around that time as he throws a strike in the upper half of the strike zone. Gray was watching that one rise and expected it to rise a little bit more and missed the strike zone, but didn't go enough. And Falco gets out of the inning as Gray strikes out swinging.
Nothing here for the Mavericks after 2 complete. All nothing. Attention, Maverick fans, if you're
Falco
new to
does
the license plate,
puts in some good work in the second inning.
veterans license plate
Only gave up 1 hit and walked 1, so got 2 batters on, but got the 3 outs he needed with no runs coming around to score.
has been chosen as the cleanest
No problem for Falco.
car in the parking lot. And just because it's the cleanest, we're going to give you a free car wash courtesy of Clean Machine, the official car wash of the Mavericks.
Junpei Akanuma through 2 innings has seen 7 Moose Jaw hitters. Leadoff hitter in the top of the third for Moose Jaw. Their right fielder, number 26, John Rayborn. Rayborn making his first appearance for Moose Jaw so far this season. So this will be his first at bat of the season. He'll look to start the third inning off in the right way, getting off on base for Moose Jaw. Something they haven't been able to do with the first batter yet.
We would like to welcome ATV Financial and IF Cox School to tonight's patio party along the third baseline. We'd also like to thank Source One Realty for sponsoring the patio for the entire season. And for every home game, be sure you check out and see what's available.
John Rayborn, right fielder, stepping into the batter's box for the first time this season. See the pitch from Junpei that finds the top half outside corner of the plate.
That's right. Thank you very much for reminding me.
Junpei finds his spot, and the count's 0-1.
Number 26, John Rayburn. Starting off for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Number 26, John Rayburn.
Junpei going back to that same spot that he caught in the first pitch, but couldn't get it that time. 1-1 count. Akanuma with a good hard fastball here on the third pitch. Looks like it found the exact middle spot on the plate. 1-2. And a curveball gets Rayburn looking. He's sent down with a strike. Strikeout there for Akanuma. His first of the ball game.
Number 4, Ty Lightly.
Rayburn sent back to the dugout looking his first at bat. Now batting for Moose Jaw, Ty Lightly. Number 4, the shortstop. Swings through the first pitch. He sees a hard swing there, but couldn't catch up with the ball, and it's now an 0-1 count. Junpei with a curveball there that runs a little bit too far on him, and that one that doesn't catch a plate, runs outside. 1-1 now. Fastball from Akanuma. Can't find the plate either. That one inside and a little bit low. 2-1 count. Another curve ball from Akanuma that can't find the plate. That one down low and in the dirt. Lots of swing on these balls, but just not finding their spots. Junpei goes back to the fastball on the 5th pitch of the at-bat and finds his spot on that one. Finds the top half, inside corner. Strike 2, and it's a full count here to Lightly. Curveball right down the middle, strikeout to Lightly. 2 straight strikeouts looking.
Akanuma gets the second strikeout. Lightly swinging. Brings top of the order now for Moose Jaw. The center fielder, number 8, Eric Marriott.
Two straight strikeouts for Junpei Akanuma. Eric Marriott now batting for Moose Jaw, 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to center. Looks at a first pitch strike. Junpei finding the strike zone now. Another called strike as Junpei finds the outside half of the strike zone there. Keeping the ball away from Marriott. Third pitch, Marriott hits the grounder towards shortstop Carson Johnson. And he's thrown out at first. Zach Gray with a good reach there to make sure Marriott didn't touch the base before the ball got there.
Here for the Moose Jaw Miller Express to the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no left on.
3 up, 3 down for Moose Jaw that time.
Home run in the first inning by Colton Wright, and that means we have a $100 home run giveaway presented by AC Alder and Associates of RBC Dominion Securities. If you're holding the ticket number, Section A,
Nick Falco going to come out and pitch here at the bottom of the third for Moose Jaw. Through 1 2/3, he's only given up 1 hit and walked another batter. No runs to his name. 1 strikeout. As he struck out Zach Gray. He got Gray swinging on the last pitch of the second inning. Strikeout to end that inning. Colton Wright, 2 for 2 on a day. 1 home run and 1 single to his name. 5 RBI. between those two at-bats.
Thank you, Minnesota Brew Company, for sponsoring the dugout deck. And welcome, JMH and Company. Starting off for the Mavericks. The designated hitter, number 25, Colton Wright.
Stepping into the batter's box now for the Mavs to lead off the third inning. The designated hitter tonight, number 25, Colton Wright. Following him will be Carson Johnson and David Vilches. Fastball there from Falco that Colton Wright takes a hard cut at, looking for the fences again that time, but he swings right through it. 0-1 count. Colton Wright, home runs in back-to-back nights. Power hitter, loves to hit to the fences.
Third inning brought to you by Furry Sprinter, the official shuttle of the Mavericks.
Second pitch up high. Can't find the strike zone. That one a little bit wide as well. 1-1 now is the count. Colton Wright sees the third pitch. Can't get the bat all the way around it, and he fouls that one off behind home plate. Tips that one off. That pitch, a curveball from Falco, runs a little bit far outside, can't catch the right half of the plate. 2-2 count here to Wright. Fastball down the middle that Wright sees and jumps on, fouls it off on top of the batting cages behind right field. Still a 2-2 count after the foul ball.
Heads up, folks, heads up.
That one a curveball down the middle that Wright liked and jumped on, but fouled it off again. Wright would have liked to put one of these in fair play, but still stays in the batter's box. He hasn't struck out yet, so he'll be okay with that. And that one, another curveball that gets away from Falco. Can't find the strike zone again on the elusive curveball. Full count here to Wright with no outs here in third. And that one, a curveball inside, and it catches right in the back. Wright's going to find his way onto first base after that one plunks him square in the back. Another curveball that got away from Falco. Can't find the strike zone again. Wright will just be happy it wasn't a hard fastball that hit him.
The shortstop, number 5, Carson Johnson.
Man on first, no out for Carson Johnson, stepping back into the plate. 2 for 2 on a day. 2 singles, scored once. Looks at a first pitch, that good breaking ball there, catches the inside of the plate. 0-1 count. Looks at another one, that time a fastball from Falco. Can't find the plate as that one's down low. 1 ball, 1 strike here in this at-bat. Another hard pitch from Falco gets away from him. That one up high and a little bit wide. 2-1 count is Falco has to quickly lace up his shoe, and Carson Johnson gets a little bit of time there. 2-1 count, 1 on for Carson Johnson. And good looking breaking ball. Catches the outside corner of the plate. Called strike. Johnson still yet to swing on a pitch here in this at bat. 2-2 count. Swings on that one, and that one's going to hop over to first baseman. Carson Johnson gets himself another single, 3 for 3. got a good bounce in the infield there that hopped over the first baseman's head, Ty Roseberry.
The catcher, number 27, David Vilches.
Hit from Johnson there is the 14th of the game for the Mavs already. As David Vilches, 1 for 1 in the game, steps back into the plate. Vilches swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Caught a lot of that one, a line drive that over the third base line and finds foul territory. 0-1 count for Vilches. Only Mavericks batter with a triple so far this year as he looks at a ball there. 1-1 count. Unfortunately for him, also leads the Mavericks with 8 strikeouts though. He's had a good day at the plate so far today. Looks at another pitch that is down low and can't find the strike zone. 2-1 count here to Vilches. Falco struggling in the third inning a bit, still 0 outs, 2 on, and that one is a hard fastball inside. Almost catches Vilches there in the elbow, backed off it a little bit. Already one batter hit here in the third inning, close to being 2. And Vilches has walked in 5 pitches as that one's inside. Bases loaded for the Mavs here in the third inning. No outs in a 12-0 game.
Other scores going on in the WNBL. Fort McMurray and Edmonton tied 2-2 in that top of the 4th there.
Bottom of the third inning here between the MHMavericks and Moose Jaw Miller Express. No outs for the Mavs as they have the bases loaded in a 12-0 ball game.
Weyburn trails Melville 2-0. That's in the bottom of the 4th as well. Loaded bases for number 18, the left fielder Jackson Hoagie.
Quick mound beating there from the Miller Express, but Falco's going to stay in, and Jackson Hoagie now back up to the batter's box, batting for the Mavs. Looked at a first pitch ball, that one up high. Can't find the strike zone. 1-0 count. And he hits a hard line drive into center field. That one's going to score 1 single for Jackson Hoagie. Good hit there from Hoagie as his bat has become hot the last 2 nights.
Still buy a beer.
13-0 now for the Mavs. 2 straight games where the Mavericks have scored at least 13 runs. This time a little bit earlier than last game. Jordan Dre, the number 9 hitter for the Mavericks. Stepping into the plate for the 3rd time this game, looks at a first pitch strike. Second pitch outside and in the dirt. Barkley has to collect that one before it goes to the backstop. Looked like Carson Johnson was waiting and ready to come down to home plate. That one a fastball inside. Just about. Catcher Jordan Dre, he backs off it just a little bit. 2-1 count here to Dre. Bases are loaded with 0 outs in the 3rd inning. Good pitch there from Falco. Pops Dre up behind second base into right field. Right fielder's going to come on to that one. And he holds everybody on their bases. 1 out for the Mavericks. Ball wasn't deep enough for Johnson to score there as he stays on third.
On the order now for the Mavericks, the center fielder number 2, David Salguero.
Batting for the 4th time already this game here in the 3rd inning. Leadoff hitter for the Mavs, number 2, David Salguero. He swings on the first pitch and fouls it off behind home plate. That one lands in the parking lot, clears the stands. So far this game, 1 for 3 on the day for David Salguero. And he hits a hard ball into far in right field. And that one's gone. A home run for David Salguero. That one clears the wall. A grand slam. Grand slam for the leadoff hitter for the Mavericks as that one just barely cleared the wall. Looks like it was going to hit.
Salguero with this grand slam.
It is now 17-0 for the Medicine Hat Mavericks.
Number 4, Louis Candura.
3-run home run for Colton Wright in the 1st inning and a grand slam for David Salguero here in the 3rd. 2 big home runs from 2 big batters. Louis Candura in the box now with the bases cleared. 1-1 count for Candura. Tips that one off and fouls it off behind home plate. 1-2 count. Nick Falco now giving up 4 hits and 5 runs in 2 innings of pitched. Candura finds that one and pops it into the gap between left and center. He's rounding first and going towards second, but he'll stop and run back to first. A blooper of a single for Candura that time.
What the hell? The third baseman, number 1, Nolan Ratai.
Another hit for the Mavericks, now 17 hits, and we're not out of the 3rd inning yet. Nolan Ratai back into the batter's box. Two for 3 on the day. 2 singles, 2 RBIs to his name. First pitch strike from Falco. And a second one, good breaking ball there, finds the inside half of the plate. Nolan Ratai backs off that one as well, doesn't swing again. Not seeing the one he wants.
Would that be bad?
Fastball that time from Falco. Can't find the zone like his breaking balls did. That one up high. 1-2 count now. And Ratai hits a hard one towards shortstop. Ty lightly, and he grabs that out of the air. Good defensive play there from the shortstop as he got Ratai out. That one would have got into left field if he wouldn't have got it.
Zach Gray.
Fourth time batting tonight. With 2 outs here in the 3rd, number 31, Zach Gray, 2 for 3 on the day. And he pops that one up into a short right field. Center fielder Eric Marriott charges after and grabs it. 5 runs for the Mavericks there in the 3rd inning. Not quite as good as their first where they got 12, but extends their lead to 17-0. 17 hits for the Mavs through 3 to go along with their 17 runs.
All right, looks like we got Britt down there. And Britt, you got a couple contestants, I guess, hey?
Junpei gets a little bit more added insurance for himself. Comes out to start the top of the fourth with a 17-0 lead. Through 3 has only given up 1 hit to Moose Jaw, has struck out 2 batters while throwing 10 balls and 23 strikes. The Japanese pitcher looks to be in control of this one, having no troubles through 3.
Next to the Medicine News for the Great Dizzy Bat Race.
First batter for the Moose Jaw Miller Express in the 4th inning, going to be number 7, the second baseman, Scott Platt. So far, the only Miller Express player with a hit in this game. Got a single in the 1st inning. One for one on a day so far for Platt.
It's the 2-3-4 hitters coming out for Moose Jaw. Starting off in the top of the 4th inning, the second baseman, number 7, Scott Platt.
Bullpen work again for Moose Jaw already. They were warming up some more arms as Nick Falco had a tough time there in the 3rd.
Just a reminder, fans.
First pitch is in for Platt, and he fouls that one off over top of the seats into the concourse. 0-1 count here to Platt. Second pitch is a curveball from Junpei Akanuma that can't break enough. He leaves that one up high. 1-1. Junpei, so far this game, when he's not finding a strike zone, he's leaving a lot of balls up high above the strike zone. And Platt flies that one into right field. Jordan Dre does not have to move far for that one. Puts Platt out. 1 up, 1 down for Moose Jaw. Dre took about 2 steps to his right there to collect that ball. Easy out for the right fielder. Ty Roseberry, the first baseman, now batting for Moose Jaw. He's been batting well this year so far with 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 RBI to his name. And on the first pitch, Junpei hits him in the helmet. Roseberry's going to take first base after that one. I don't think Junpei meant to hit him in the head, but Colton Wright was hit in the back last inning, so might be retaliation, but it is a 17-0 game, and that one could have just got away from Junpei as well. Now batting for Moose Jaw, their offensive category leader, number 19, Alex Hendra Brown, leads Moose Jaw in most batting categories. Looks at a 2-0 count, gets ahead in this one early on. So far, Hendra Brown with 1 home run, 8 RBI, and 10 hits, 2 doubles. He's been batting well and batting hard. And he flies this one into right field. And this one drops into foul territory. Jordan Dre was charging after that one. Looked like he knew it was going to go foul with the amount he was running, but he still wanted it to get the out. That ends up into where the Moose Jaw pitchers, a throw for bullpen. 1-2 count as Junpei Akanuma has now pitched 40 pitches. 2-1 count, sorry. And Hendra Brown swings through that curveball from Akanuma. 2-2 count. Hendra Brown has struck out 10 times already this season. Another category he leads the Moose Jaw batters in. And Akanuma, another curveball down low in the zone that Hendry Brown bloops up to right fielder Jordan Dre. Has to run forward about 15 feet, but has no problem catching that one. 2 outs for the Miller Express now. As their DH, Adam Cook, steps into the plate for the second time, grounded out to second baseman Louis Canjura in the second inning. He fouls that one off the catcher's mask. David Vilches gets a second to recollect himself and adjust his mask. Adam Cook's last out bat was a sharp line drive towards Louis Canjura that Louis had to take a second to collect, but did a very good job defensively to throw Cook at first.
No.
Second pitch of the at-bat is a fastball that misses the outside of the plate. 1-1 count here with 2 outs. That time a strong-looking curveball from Junpei. Got a lot of whip on that ball, but not enough as it still couldn't catch a plate. Laid outside, 2-1 is the count. Ty Roseberry on first. Another breaking ball from Akanuma. Looked like it almost caught the top half of the plate that time, but stayed up high. Another ball that is left up high above the strike zone from Akanuma. It's a 3-1 count now here to Adam Cook. Good fastball that time from Akanuma. Gets Adam Cook fouling it off. He caught a piece of it, but it goes behind home plate into the netting. Full count now. Looks like whenever Akanuma has pitched 3 balls, he likes to go back to the fastball, just make sure he gets one down the middle, and a curveball gets Adam Cook swinging. That one on the inside half of the plate, and Cook could not find it. Another strikeout to end the inning for Junpei Akanuma. Through 4, Akanuma only allowing 2 base runners, 1 hit, and no runs.
And if you have Mavericks number 13, Sean Cruz autograph there, you just won a $10 gift certificate from RJ's Ice and Water. You go see Lindsay to claim your prize in the office.
Another pitching change for the Moose Jaw Miller Express as number 6, Ryan Gray, takes the mound in relief of Nick Falco, who pitched the second and the third inning. After 2 2/3 pitch, Nick Falco gave up 5 hits and 5 runs, walked 2, and struck out 1 Maverick batter.
Who's it?
Number 6, Ryan Gray.
Ryan Gray.
Ryan with 2 N's, if you want to be exact.
This pitching change brought to you by Mr. Lou. Now into the game, right-hander reliever for the Moose Jaw Miller Express.
Ryan Gray making his 3rd appearance for the Miller Express this year. Through 2 appearances out of the bullpen and 1-1 innings pitched. He's given up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 2 batters, and struck out 2. And carries a 10.50 ERA. The 1 ERA in the Moose Jaw pitching lineup that they'll want to get lowered. The way the Mavericks are batting, he's in for a tough one. If that's the way he's been pitching so far through 1 1/3. In a 17-0 game here in the bottom of the 4th.
There's 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for the Mavericks. Number 25, Colton Wright.
Number 25, the designated hitter for the Mavericks, now in the batter's box. Colton Wright 2 for 2 on a day, was hit by a pitch his last at bat. Got a 3-run home run and a 2 RBI single in both in the first innings.
He was busy.
First pitch, fastball down low, misses the plate. Second pitch is the same, a fastball, but that one misses up high and inside. 2-0 count now from Gray. And Colton Wright swings on the third pitch and hits a little grounder foul down the first base line that the pitcher, Ryan Gray, just goes and collects for himself. Foul ball makes this a 2-1 count. Leadoff hitter for the Mavs in the fourth. Wright swings through that one, a hard fastball from Gray. What was a 2-0 count is now a 2-2 count as Ryan Gray battles his way back into the count in his first batter faced. And Wright hits that one towards the shortstop, Ty lightly, and he drops it. Error up from the shortstop gets Colton Wright on base. Colton Wright on base there as Ty lightly. It was a slow grounder that went right to him. He should not have had any problems with it. Might have easily got right out at first, but couldn't handle it. Might have taken a funny hop on the dirt as he dropped it. 1 on, no outs here in the fourth for the Mavericks. Carson Johnson batting now. Looks at a first pitch ball that was hard and inside. Can't find the strike zone. Curveball that time from Ryan Gray. Slows it up, but can't find the strike zone. That one just dropping below. Oh, 2-0. Another fastball from Gray that is underneath the strike zone. Ryan Gray trying to pitch low here to Carson Johnson, maybe make him pop it up. Can't find the strike zone though on the fourth pitch. That one up high, and he walks Johnson in 4 pitches. Johnson not taking the bat off his shoulders there, and he did not need to get onto first.
The catcher, number 27, David Vilches.
Mavericks finding no trouble getting on base here today. Another inning where they have 2 on, no outs. Here in the fourth, David Vilches batting again for the Mavs. His 4th at bat of the game, 1 for 1 on a day. Singled in the first, had a sacrifice fly, and walked in the third. Another ball from Ryan Gray makes it a 1-0 count. And that one, a fastball way inside that David Vilches has to duck out of. That pitch makes it a 2-0 count. Vilches walked and scored his last at bat and gets in a good batter's count here. Ryan Gray so far throwing 8 balls and only 3 strikes, having trouble finding the strike zone. He does that time, no problem. Called strike on the pitch that finds the bottom half of the strike zone. Vilches sees a fastball in the upper half of the zone that he fouls off the catcher's mask, and it rolls to the backstop. 2-2 count now, another count that started out 2-0 and is now 2-2. And Vilches hits a line drive into right field. That one's going to find some grass, and bases are loaded with a single. Nice swing there from Vilches as he caught all of the ball that time. Had no problems putting that one over top of the second baseman's head and just rolling up to the right fielder. Gets the bases loaded with no outs here in the fourth, and there's going to be another meeting at the mound for the Miller Express. And more pitchers getting ready in the bullpen. At the rate the Miller Express are going, they might have to have some positional players pitching for them tonight as they play here in Medicine Hat tomorrow night as well. They don't want to use their entire bullpen. Colton Wright standing on third, Carson Johnson on second, and now David Vilches with the single on first base. 3 batters up, all getting on for the Mavs. Ryan Gray has struggled this year so far, pitching in 2 appearances, only making out a 1 1/3 with a 10.50 ERA. So far, no outs to his name in this game, and he's allowed 3 batters on. And he faces the hot bat. Number 18, Jackson Hoagie, now 2 for 3 in this game already, 2 RBIs to his name. First pitch, a fastball that runs inside. Down low, 1-0 count. Hoagie checks his swing on that pitch that lands outside again, down low. Ryan Gray again struggling to find the strike zone, can't keep his pitches up enough. Does that time as that one catches the upper half of the plate. Good fastball from Gray there. Called strike from the umpire. Another fastball from Gray trying to find the same spot that he hit on the last pitch. Can't do it that time as that one just keeps on climbing and gets above the strike zone. 3-1 count, and he walks Hoagie. Hoagie gets another RBI to his name as he walks in, as Ryan Gray walks in a run. Colton Wright scoring that time, an 18-0 lead for the Mavericks. And that's it for Ryan Gray, it looks like. Looks like they're going to take him out as he's allowed the first 4 batters he's faced on base. Bottom of the 4th, and the Mavericks have already seen 4 of the Miller Express pitchers. Been a remarkable start for the Mavericks in this game. 18-0 here in the 4th. Pitching now for Moose Jaw is going to be number 3, John Prudhomme.
All right, folks. Looks like we got TJ's Pizza giveaway. There's Lucas. There's Brett. They got a slice of TJ's Pizza, the official.
Ryan Gray and his work pitched 12 balls and 7 strikes. Walked 2 Mavericks batters and gave up 1 hit. Already 1 run to his name, but the bases are loaded due to him, so if any runs come around to score, they will be tagged to his name, not John Prudhomme. Prudhomme coming in to the fourth with 0 outs and the bases loaded.
All right, good dancing out there. And Brady's delivering way up top there to a lucky fan. Good job. TJ's Pizza. Official pizza of the Mavericks.
It's going to take a lot of work for Prudhomme to get out of this inning.
Say that again. They have maple walnut and tiger. You guys are rock stars. Guard and I would like a bowl each.
Carson Johnson on third, Vilches on second, and Jackson Hoagie standing on first base. Number 9, Jordan Drace, stepping into the batter's box.
Number 9, Jordan Dre.
So far, 1 for 3 on the day. Flew out his last 2 at-bats. In the second inning, he flew out to center, and in the third, flew out to the right fielder. First pitch is in the dirt, and Barkley has to block it down and run after it. Keeps the runners all in their spot, though. Nobody can advance on that one. One-oh count here, 0 outs, and the base is loaded for Jordan Dre. That one's a good fastball from Prudhomme. That finds the outside half of the strike zone. Another fastball from John Prudhomme, but that one can't find the strike zone like the last. 2-1 count as that one finds the dirt as well. And Jordan Dre swings on that one and hits a ground ball to the third baseman, and he throws it over top of the first baseman's head. 2 runs are going to come in to score on the error by the third baseman. $20-0 score for the Mavs here in the fourth now. So how do we score that one?
It's got to be an error. Like, it's not a base hit. He gets the ball.
David Salguero now batting for the Mavs, man on second and third after the error from the third baseman.
So they scored 2 there. David Salguero. So inspiration has $10 right there. So it's a little more than that. The difference.
1-0 count now here to 1-1 count now here to Salguero.
Thing with that guy, but it shouldn't count as another error. It shouldn't count as another error.
1-2 count here to Salguero as he fouls another one off. And he fouls another one off to the third baseman. Jordy McDougal ran after, couldn't catch up to it. And Salguero still in the plate.
It's not really easy, but the sun doesn't see it. It's right. You would eat that like a freaking mean. You would eat that right in the mean. Yeah, well, that's out, folks. Yeah.
2-2 count as that one catches inside. And Salguero is going to be out at first on the grounder. 1 run comes in to score. Jackson Hoagie scores.
The second baseman, number 4, Louis Canjura.
Jordan Dre gets up to third on the play. He advanced quite far in that one. Louis Canjura now batting for the Mavs. One out for the Mavs, now in the 4th inning. 21-0 score. And a man on third for the Mavs as Louis Canjura pops this one behind the left field. Left fielder Alexander Brown is going to grab it, and Jordan Dre is going to come in to score on the sacrifice fly. The score here in the 4th inning, now 22-0 for the Mavs. 2 outs, and Nolan Radine now batting. First pitch, a good curveball right over the plate. Called strike, 0-1 count. Another good-looking breaking ball that time from Prudhomme. Called strike again as that one floats over top of the middle. And a hard fastball that time from Prudhomme that Nolan Radine hits hard straight to the shortstop. And for the second straight at bat, he will drive one right there that the shortstop puts him out again. After 4 innings, 22-0.
Have some fun.
So in that inning, pitching for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, Ryan Gray didn't catch a single out, but gave up 1 hit and 2 runs, and 4 runs were tagged to his name. John Prudhomme came in for him and only gave up 1 run to his name, but got the 3 outs that the Miller Express needed to get out of the inning. 5 runs came around to score for the Mavericks there for the second straight inning, got 5 in the 3rd and the 4th. Junpei Akanuma comes out to pitch in the 5th. So far, through 4, he's thrown 48 pitches, 17 balls, and 31 strikes. Only giving up 1 hit and allowed 2 base runners as he hit Ty Roseberry. Three strikeouts for Junpei through 4. And he'll look to keep the Miller Express bats at bay for another straight inning. First batter for the Miller Express in this inning is going to be number 30, the catcher, Ty Barclay. First pitch is a called strike. That one catches the outside half of the strike zone. Good pitch there from Junpei to get ahead in the count. Good hard fastball there that's hit straight to shortstop Carson Johnson. And he has no problem throwing Barclay out at first. Good play there from the shortstop. Gets another put out to his name. 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th for the Miller Express. Jordy McDougal batting now for the 2nd time this game. Grounded out to Junpei, the pitcher, his first at bat in the 2nd inning. First pitch curveball from Junpei. Can't catch the strike zone, 1-0. Akanuma goes to his fastball that time. Has no problem finding the plate there, but McDougal fouls it off. Akanuma slows it down again with another breaking ball that this time doesn't break enough and can't find the strike zone. That one's inside. Akanuma gets McDougal to pop it up into the infield, and Zach Gray charges after it, puts him out. Pop fly that time from McDougal. Vilches was under it, but Zach Gray called for it and had no problems grabbing that one. John Rayborn now batting his first appearance for the Miller Express this season. So far 0 for 1 in the game. Struck out his first time at bat. Swings through 2 straight pitches. Junpei Akanuma having no problems getting Rayborn to swing through 2 fastballs. 0-2 count. Akanuma going to his curveball there for the strikeout pitch. Can't get it though, as that one misses up high. 2 outs in a 1-2 count here. And Rayborn pops this one up into left field. It's going to find some grass just over top of the shortstop. Rayborn gets his first hit of the year. Through 4 2/3 pitch, Junpei Akanuma, that's now the 2nd hit he's given up. Ty Lightly, the shortstop, number 9 hitter, batting for the Miller Express now. 1 man on and 2 outs. First pitch from Akanuma is a ball, 1-0. And Lightly swings on that one. Carson Johnson's going to come get it, and he throws him out at first. Another good defensive play from Carson Johnson, throwing him out. Showing the Mavericks fans a good bat and good defense, the shortstop this year. Important position on the field, and Carson Johnson's been doing a very good job of defense so far this year. Again, lots of putouts.
Clay and Veronica down here to play the common midfield closest to the pin challenge. Alright guys, 3 shots. Whoever gets it closest to the pin the monkey's holding. Alright guys, let's see what you got. Both at the same time,
Second baseman.
Veronica. Nice shot.
Okay, you gotta check out things, sir, because I got new things. Second baseman is coming in to pitch. Third baseman is going to second. DH is activated going to third. No DH, get that?
It looks like Clay took home this one, but thanks so much for playing, you got it.
Adam Cook going to second.
Number seven right now is pitching. Okay. Their DH is now activated, playing third, and their third is now going to second. Okay. Okay, so all that is defensive changes. Okay, hang on a second, Ross. I'll get you in a second. Okay, so what you're going to do here, so Scott Platt, just go hit him here like that. You're going to put him in this again as Scott Platt, but now he is pitching. So hit pitching, and that's fifth. That's good. Put him line up again, and then go to the next guy. You don't have to do that. And then go to the next guy, and that would have been number 16.
Yep, I have him on third now.
Okay. Ready with a base hit. Just starting off for the Mavericks in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Couple of defensive substitutions now for the Miller Express. Second baseman comes in to pitch, Scott Platt.
Brings to the plate. The designated hitter.
And Zach Gray singles off of him.
We're going to make a draw here, folks. We got
Zach Gray with his third hit of the game. Adam Cook goes to third, and Jordy McDougall goes to second with Scott Platt.
jerseys with Ross here. I'll announce those names here after this.
Now pitching. Colton Wright now batting for the Mavs. First pitch is a ball. Sorry. First pitch called strike. That one was outside and looked like it was didn't catch a strike zone, but call it did. And Colton Wright grounds out to the third baseman, and they're going to turn the 5-4-3 double play.
All right, the names drawn for some jerseys. Cynthia Heidinger and Kyle Anderson, you are the winners.
A couple of defensive substitutions for the Miller Express, and they get to double play right away. Good defense shown there for Moose Jaw.
Heidinger, you go play your prize. Where's Ross? Ross, you want those numbers? You get those names? Here, Ross. Thank you.
Carson Johnson now hitting for the Mavs. 1-0 count to him.
Middle of the fifth inning was brought to you by Riverwood Jet.
Second pitch from Platt is a called strike. 1-1 count now here to Johnson. The third pitch, a hard fastball from Platt. He can throw pretty hard, but that one way inside and low almost catches Johnson. 2-1 count. And Johnson grounds out to second baseman Jordy McDougall, and he's thrown out at first.
Couple of defensive changes there for the Moose Jaw. Pitching was number 7, Scott Platt. Adam Cook, their designated hitter, went to third base. And number 17, Jordy McDougall, goes from third to second. Defensive switches for the Moose Jaw.
Looks like there's going to be some changes from the Mavericks as well, as center fielder number 16, Michael Kahn, subs in for David Salguero, and left field number 11, Julian Lee, subs in for Jackson Hoagie, as this game is currently 22-0. And pitching now for the Mavs, taking over for Junpei Akanuma, is number 23, Nathan Stark. Infield stays the same for the Mavs, just 2 substitutions in the outfield.
And their pitching starts on the mound now too, right? So who's
Yep,
out in
I
center
got that.
field? Who's out in center field now?
Number 16, Michael Collins playing center, and number 11.
Is who? Kahn? What's his name? Michael Kahn? Hey, do you think he's going in for Salguero, who's out in right field, left field?
Number 11, Julian Lee
Okay, and he's going in.
for Hoagie.
And Stark's pitching.
Top of the 6th and a few defensive substitutions for the Mavs. Keeping the bats fresh for tomorrow's game against the Miller Express.
Ready for a change. This pitching change brought to you by Mr. Lou. Now in the game, right-handed reliever from Medicine Hat, number 23, Nathan Stark. Some other defensive changes for your Mavericks. Now playing center field, number 16, Michael Kahn.
Junpei Akanuma pitched 5 strong innings, 3 strikeouts to his name, and only gave up 2 hits, no earned runs. 60 pitches thrown from the pitcher from Japan.
Top of the order for the Moose Jaw Miller Express.
Now batting for Moose Jaw, their leadoff hitter, number 8, the center fielder, Eric Marriott. Looks at 2 straight balls up high from Stark. Another fastball from Nathan Stark that can't find his zone. 3 straight pitches up high and a 3-0 count.
Or that one.
Good either way.
4th pitch of the at-bat, a good breaking ball from Stark. This one catches the outside corner of the plate. Called strike, and it's a 3-1 count now here to Marriott.
The bottom of the 5th inning was brought to you by Airship Ohio.
Marriott swings on the 5th pitch, and he catches a piece of it, just getting under it, but tips it off and fouls it behind the catcher. And that pitch was in the dirt. Marriott's going to get on first with a walk.
Today's evening sponsor, we'd like to thank Classic Hits on 102.1 CJCY, a proud community supporter.
Nathan Stark walks the first batter he sees.
Initiatives, events, and fundraisers. Submit yours at CJCY.fm.com, and they could be stopping by.
Now batting for Moose Jaw, second baseman turned pitcher, number 7, Scott Platt.
The pitcher, number 7, Scott Platt.
1 for 2 in the game. Singled in the first and flew out to the right fielder in the 4th inning. Back up now in the 6th. David Vilches drops that ball, and Marriott advances a second. Ball 1 here to Platt.
Stark, Nathan Stark, yeah.
Man on second for Moose Jaw. And that one, a fastball that catches the outside corner. Nathan Stark finds his spot on that pitch, and it's a called strike. 1-1 count.
Some tickets for the 50-50 draw. It's not going to be the $60 million like the Laurel National.
Scott Platt
Oh!
fouled that one off in foul territory. Jordan Dre dove after it,
Right field.
just about catching it. It bounced off of his glove. Dre had to dive into foul territory, as that one was just past the foul line, not too deep for him, and he almost got it. That would have been an amazing catch, as he was all out for that one. And that pitch, another pop-up that goes straight to first baseman Zach Gray, and he has no problem getting the put-out. 3 unassisted there.
The first baseman, number 18, Ty Roseberry.
Number 18, Ty Roseberry, now batting. He was hitting the head with a pitch in his last at-bat. Seems to be doing all right, though, as he's still in the game. So that's good to see from him. First pitch, a breaking ball that's low. Can't find a strike zone there from Stark. 1-0 count. Second pitch of the at-bat. Up high, fastball. Now a 2-0 count here to Roseberry. 0 for 1 in the game. Still batting .315 on the year. He's had a good start to his season. Not much of a good game for anybody in yellow uniform today, though. Roseberry looks at another one, and he gets himself ahead 3-0 this count. Stark yet to find the strike zone in this at-bat. And Roseberry hits that one hard into left center. David Salguero tracks back just a little bit and catches it and throws it into third base nice and quickly. Sorry, not Con. Sorry, not Salguero. Michael Con. That is my mistake, fans.
Michael Con making the catch over the center field. 2-9 out for Moose Jaw. Rich complete.
Michael Con with a good hard throw into the infield keeps the runner on second base.
Fielder, Alex Enderman.
Two outs now for the Miller Express here in the sixth inning. Hendra Brown now back in the batter's box. Looks at a first pitch up high, 1-0 count. Swings on that one towards third baseman Nolan Rada. He collects it and throws him out at first with no troubles on that one. 5-3 to end the inning.
Southland Charters, the official charter of the Mavericks. Southland Transportation is dedicated to getting groups of all sizes safely home. Book a bus with Southland by visiting
Nathan Stark only letting one Miller Express batter on base that inning. Gets out of it with Miller Express leaving the man on in scoring position. So Jackson Hoagie and David Salguero replacing this one. Hoagie 2 for 3 in this game with 3 RBI. Walked once. And Salguero 2 for 5 with 6 RBI. He hit a grand slam this game. They were replaced by Julian Lee and Michael Kahn. Michael Kahn making the outfield play in the last inning.
You guys know the actions of this song. Here we go.
Number 7, Scott Platt, still pitching for the Miller Express. Might use him for a little bit. They've used a lot of arms this game already. So far, through one inning pitch, Platt has given up 1 hit, but did not give up any runs.
Leading off for the Mavericks in the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. The catcher, number 27, David Vilches.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Mavs, number 27, David Vilches. So far, 2 for 2 on the game. Fouls off the first pitch he sees over top of the Mavericks dugout. 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch coming in from Platt. And Vilches fouls off another one. Vilches so far this year with 8 strikeouts already. 0-2 pitch. That one outside. Fastball can't find the strike zone. 1-2. And Vilches hits that one towards first baseman Ty Roseberry, and he'll step on the plate himself and get the out.
Left fielder number 11, Julian Lee.
Julian Lee batting for the first time this game for the Mavs. So far in the season, he's 1 for 6 at the plate. He's walked 3 times. He's been seeing the ball well. And he bloops this one in the infield. Second baseman can't get it. And he's in for a first pitch single.
Brought to you by Angela Colby and Royal LePage Community Realty, providing exceptional service and dedicated client support to all your real estate needs for over 18 years.
Hit that one pretty weakly towards the second baseman, but it was kind of popped up, and the second baseman, Jordan McDougall, couldn't find it. That allowed Lee to get on to first base. Number 9, hitter Jordan Dre now batting for the Mavs. Fouled the first pitch off. 0-1 count. And he hits that one hard into center field. Eric Marriott backs up onto that one and catches it. Keeps Julian Lee on first base. Good fielding there from Marriott as he got a good jump on that one. Ran back right to where he needed to be to find that ball. Now batting, taking over for David Salguero in the leadoff spot. Michael Kahn hit a home run last night against the Brooks Bombers.
TNT homer coming up. Oh, there's 2 out.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th for the MHMavericks. 1 on, and Michael Kahn in the batter's box for the first time this game. And he hits that one, a blooper into center field. Eric Marriott charges after that one, dives at it. What a great grab from him. Lays out for that one, as that one was still ahead of him. Two good outs there for the center fielder. Having a good game out there.
Down the first baseline with the home team home run challenge brought to you by Tori Matson and Shonda Vander Spruitt of Royal LePage Community Realty. What do you got going on there, Lucas?
Hey guys, we have Brogan and Braden down here to play the home team home run challenge. Alright, you guys, you know how it works. 3 shots, farthest ball wins, alright? So let's see what you got. Oh, looks like right now Brogan's taking the lead. Alright, everything you got in this last ball, you guys, everything you got.
Nathan Stark coming out to pitch for the second straight inning for the Mavs. Through 1, he only allowed 1 base runner when he walked. 1 walk, as he walked Marriott. Marriott was then left in scoring position as he made his way to second base.
Home run challenge. And remember, if you want to hit a home run with your real estate needs, connect with Tori Matson and Shonda Vander Spruitt for the home team at Royal LePage Community Realty.
This game now to top of the 7th. Still a 22-0 game. 20 hits for the Mavs, only 2 hits for the Miller Express so far.
Taco Time ad as well. We got another promo in here. Find that Taco Time ad. We're looking for the signature of number 17, Junior Pimento. Number 17, Junior Pimento. If you got that signed autograph in the Taco Time, you've won a $10. Sorry, a combo meal courtesy of Taco Time at the Medicine Mall and Dunmore Road locations.
Now batting for the Miller Express, stepping into the batter's box at the top of the 7th to lead him off. Current third baseman, number 16, Adam Cook. First pitch ball. Second pitch is the strike. Swings right through that one.
What number we got here? Number 16.
And Adam Cook hits that one up the middle. Carson Johnson knocks it down and grabs it, but can't throw him out. Good play from Carson Johnson, as that one was over top of the second base, and he went and grabbed it, and got up to his feet right quick, but couldn't throw him out at first. Good hustle from Adam Cook. Ty Barkley now batting for the Miller Express. 1 on and no outs here in the 7th. And he hits a hard one into left field. Julian Lee gets under that one. Good looking line drive there from Ty Barkley. But unfortunately for him, couldn't find any grass. It went straight to the left fielder, Julian Lee, and he had no problems with it. Second baseman Jordy McDougal now batting for the Miller Express with 1 out and 1 on. And that one almost catches him up high, but he ducked out of it, and David Vilches has to grab that one.
Did you give him a base hit? A lead off? So how many hits should we have up there for three?
Another pitch from Stark that's up high on McDougal. 2 straight that he has to duck away from. 2-0 count now, with 1 out and 1 on. That pitch, a good breaking ball from Stark that finds the bottom half of the plate. 2-1 count now.
Top of the 7th, right?
Stark throws a fastball that gets away from him, this time on the on the right side of the plate. Can't find the strike zone that time either. 3-1 count. And Stark walks him on 5 pitches.
The right fielder, number 26, John Rayburn.
Stark threw 1 1/3 as not giving up 1 hit and walked 2. Stark having trouble finding the strike zone as he threw a couple way inside there and had a couple drift off pretty far off the plate on the outside half. Number 26, the 8-hitter for the Miller Express, John Rayburn, batting now. 1 for 2 on the game so far. Got a single in the 5th inning. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch is a ball and brings us to a 1-1 count. Nathan Stark allowing 2 batters to get on this inning. Trying to get out of it with no damage done. As he throws another fastball up high that Rayburn tips off and fouls off behind home plate. 1-2 pitch coming from Stark. And Rayburn grounds that one to third baseman Nolan Rada. He throws to second and gets the force out.
So the runner from first going to second is out on a fielder's choice, but the out is a 5 to 4 out. The runner advancing from second to third is good. Yeah, that's good. Runners on the corners, number 4. I think we're good. Shorts.
Now runners on the corners for the Miller Express. Runner on third base. 2 outs. And shortstop Ty Lightly batting for the 3rd time this game. Struck out his first plate appearance and hit to the shortstop Carson Johnson in his 2nd plate appearance.
Heads up, folks. Foul.
1-0 count, and he fouls this one off into the seats.
Oh!
Fouled one off into the seats, and we got a catch from a fan. 1-1 count now here at the top of the 7th, 2 out. Curveball from Stark there, down low, can't find the strike zone. That one broke just a little bit too much and caught outside. 2-1. Fastball that time from Stark, inside and off the plate. 3-1 count. Nathan Stark not having the easiest time this inning with finding his control. It's got behind in a few counts now. And that one is popped up behind home plate.
Oh, always have the one hatter.
Into the seats again.
Other scores we're watching.
Fouled off and almost caught by a fan that time.
Are tied 4-4. That's the bottom of the 7th inning. And Open Coke leads Lethbridge 3-2. That's in the top of the 8th.
Full count now for Ty Lightly. Nathan Starks trying to get out of this inning with no runs earned. Ty Lightly trying to get on base for the first time this game. 3-2 count, 2 out here at the top of the 7th. Runners go, but Ty Lightly swings through that one and he strikes out for the second time this game.
You know what that means, folks? It's 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game.
Going into the bottom of the 7th, Scott Platt coming out to pitch again for the Miller Express. He's pitched 2 innings now for the Miller Express, only giving up 2 hits and no runs yet for the Mavs off him. Started the game at second base and might just well be their best pitcher of the game so far.
Starting off for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 7th inning, the second baseman number 4, Louis Cantura.
Batting first in the 7th inning for the Mavs is number 4, second baseman Louis Cantura, and he hits a first pitch line drive right up the middle past the pitcher, and he'll reach first base
Leadoff hit for Cantura
for the 5th time this game now. Louis Cantura having no problems getting on base today. He's found first base 5 times already here in the 7th inning. Nolan Radai now batting 2 for 5 in the game. He's lined out to the shortstop his last 2 at-bats. Same result on the same type of hit. First pitch, a called strike on the outside corner of the fastball that time from Platt. And Nolan Radai hits it towards the shortstop, and they're going to get the 6-4-3 double play. Good defense that time from the Miller Express, turning the double play on Nolan Radai.
2 on for the first baseman, number 31.
2 outs now.
Gray.
Miller Express infielders having no problems there. Zach Gray batting now for the Mavs. His 6th at bat of the game. So far, 3 for 5 on a day. Swings on the second pitch and pops it up into foul territory near the dugout. And they get him. It's out. Third baseman Adam Cook dove after him. He looked like he was about to catch it, but it popped out of his glove, and the pitcher, Scott Platt, ended up catching it.
Mavericks get nothing here in the bottom of the 7th. It looks like we're going to get some action. Monty's coming out on the field there. It looks like we got the slingshot competition. Kimmy, you're down there.
3 quick outs that time for the Mavs. Bit of a weird play there to get Zach Gray out. Adam Cook had to pretty much dive into the Mavericks dugout, pop the ball back up, and luckily for him, Scott Platt was standing behind him and had no problems just grabbing it to get the out. The ball never touched the ground. Interesting way to get the batter out in foul territory.
There's a pattern, number 29. Shot coming now. Look to the left.
Pitching change for the Mavericks. Nathan Stark coming out. Now pitching for the Mavs, another hometown boy from Medicine Hat, number 30, Alex Andres. Andres making his first pitching appearance for the Mavs. The pitcher just coming out of high school, hasn't yet played for a college team. Getting some action here in a 22-0 game at the top of the 8th inning.
That was not your fault, Nick. Let's see if we can get the third ball.
Hi.
795 Schooners. Okay, that was a good shot. Let's see. There we go.
Eric Marriott, number 8, the center fielder, the leadoff hitter for the Miller Express, is going to be the first batter that Alex Andres is going to face. The lefty getting his first taste of Wimble action. So far on the day, Marriott 0 for 2, but walked his last at bat, so he has got on base. Through 7 innings, 22-0 for the Mavs. Mavs racking up 21 hits compared to the Miller Express 3. Alex Andres.
Alex Andres. Who's up to bat here for
First pitch from Andres. Outside and down low. Can't find the strike zone. 1-0 count. Second pitch. Hangs the one in the middle that Marriott flies out to Kahn. Center fielder had no problems there. Getting the put out. Had to take a few quick steps to his left to find that one, but that ball was in the air a long time, and it allowed Michael Kahn to get the easy out. Now batting the second batter in the order for the Miller Express, number 7 pitcher, Scott Platt. 1 for 3 on a day, singled in the first inning. And swings on the first pitch and fouls that one off into the stands. Oh, 1 count. And Platt hits that one in fair territory down third base line, and he gets a stand-up double as that one was in left field.
Brings to the plate from Moose Shaw. First baseman, number 18, Ty Roseberry.
Very nice hit there from Scott Platt as that one went over third baseman Nolan Radai's head. Landed in fair territory and scooted off down towards the wall. Stand-up double for Scott Platt. He's now 2 for 4. Ty Roseberry, first baseman, batting now, and he swings at the first pitch. That goes deep into right field territory. That one's going to get off the wall. Looks like he's going to have himself a double, and Scott Platt holds himself at third.
50 ticket number for the amount of $696.50. Winning ticket number 07598.
Two straight doubles given up by the hometown pitcher, Alex Andres. Scott Platt and Ty Roseberry now on third and second with only one out here in the top of the eighth. Moose Jaw looking to get their first runs of the game and try and not get shut out in this one.
Number 30? No, number 19, right?
Number 19, Alex Hendra Brown. Now batting for Moose Jaw. 0 for 3 on the day. Looks at a first pitch that is way outside for a ball one. Second pitch is down low and in the dirt. Can't find the strike zone again is Andres, and he's now behind in a 2-0 count. Roseberry getting himself in another good hitters count. 3-0 count now as that one can't find a strike zone. That one just off the plate, outside. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, and that one catches the strike zone. Called strike on the good fastball in the bottom half of the zone. 3-1 count here to Roseberry. And Roseberry swings through that one. Would look to be a breaking ball on the outer half of the plate. Roseberry swung through, and it is now a full count. Alex Andres battling back from being down 3-0. Now full count here to Roseberry. And Alex Andres ends up walking him on 6 pitches.
Number 16, Adam Cook.
Bases loaded here for the Miller Express in the 8th inning. 1 out to their name. And third baseman Adam Cook now batting. 1 for 3 on the day. Swings through a first pitch breaking ball from Andres that he just can't find, and it's an 0-1 count. Adam Cook swings on another one, this time tipping the ball and fouling it off behind home plate. Now down 0-2. Andres gets himself in a good hitter's count now. And the third pitch gets away from Vilches. That one in the dirt, and all 3 runners are going to advance. Man at third comes home.
It's terrible. It's 22-1. It's come back. It's coming. He just said extra innings. I can't believe he jinxed that, something like that. Why would you say that?
1-2 count now to Cook here as runners on second and third, and one came in. And Cook strikes out for the second time this game. Strikes out looking that time.
Andres gets his first strikeout. Cook looking. Brings to the plate.
Alex Andres gets his first WMBL strikeout. Good fastball on the outside corner. Catches the strike zone. 2 outs now here in the 8th. 22-1 game. Ty Barkley back in the batter's box. And he swings on the first pitch and gets that one into left field. 2 runs are going to come around to score on the 2 RBI single from Barkley. Good hit that time from Barkley as he found the grass in left field. Julian Lee couldn't track it down fast enough, and 2 runs come in. Jordy McDougal now batting for the Miller Express. Number 7 hitter is so far in this game 0 for 2. He walked his last time at bat. Fouls the first pitch off. And hits a grounder to third baseman Nolan Radai, and he gets the force out at second, and that ends the top of the 8th.
Congratulations to Clarence Cruzy. You're the winner of the
5-4 gets the third out
The end
of the top of the 8th.
was brought to you by Canadian Western Bank. Whether you're buying a home, planning for retirement, or having banking needs.
First strikeout means Andres gets the ball. Zach Gray goes and collects it for the young lefty.
See them at their branch on 13th Avenue. And thanks to our game-day sponsor, Classic Hits 102.1 CJCY for your home for the Classic Cruiser. Find out where the 1966 Plymouth.
Still batting here in the still pitching here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Miller Express, Scott Platt. Through 3 innings, no runs to his name, but has given up 3 hits to Mavericks batters. He's pitched a good 3. He started the game on second base and has come in relief. First batter for the Mavs here in the 8th is going to be
Bottom of the 8th inning brought to you by Groves Roofing Big League Service. When it comes to all your exterior renovation needs, Groves
catcher. Number 15, Reed Odland, as he subs in for Colton Wright.
Who's coming up? He's coming in for Colton Wright's spot. Now into bat, number 15, Reed Odland.
Reed Odland subbing in for DH Colton Wright. Colton Wright hit 1 home run this game and got 5 RBI. First 2 pitches that Odland sees are both balls. 2-0 count here from Scott Platt. Reed Odland swings on that one, and it's in left field, and that's going to find some grass. I think Odland thought that one was going to drift foul, but he's in for a stand-up double.
Brings to league number 5, Carson Johnson.
Can you mix in the parents for the foul balls, keep your kids safe, that one?
Okay. Yeah, we're seeing him loose on the fence there again.
No, for foul balls, they'll keep your eyes on the ball.
Took a while for Odland to get around to second there. I think he thought that one was going to drift foul, and also took a while for the ball to come in from left field, as I think the left fielder thought Odland was going to stay on first. So a bit an odd play from both sides there.
Keep your eyes on the ball. Foul balls can lose the playing field at any time, so parents, please watch out for that.
Carson Johnson now batting for the Mavs. His 6th time up at the plate. Hasn't been up since the 5th inning. We're now in the 8th. One count. And Carson Johnson smacks that one into center field. And that one's going to touch down. And Johnson gets a single.
Moves on over to the 3rd.
Johnson now 4 for 5 in the game. Having a great game at the plate. Made some good defensive plays at short.
Ice cream, small concession and ice cream.
And now 4 for 5. Having himself a great one today. Batting here with runners on the corners, David Vilches. And that one's going to be lined to the left fielder. And Reed Odland's going to come in to score. RBI for Vilches.
Sacrifice fly. Clock that. Sack fly. Vilches with a sacrifice fly scores Odland from 3rd. 1 dog. Breaks to the plate.
1 out now for the Mavs. Carson Johnson stays on first, but Reed Odland comes around to score. 23-3 now for the Mavs. Julian Lee, the number 8 batter, 1 for 1 in the game. Singled in the 6th inning. 0-1 count. Second pitch, a good fastball that catches the upstairs outside corner of the plate. 0-2. And the third pitch, another fastball from Scott Platt, but that one can't catch the strike zone. It's now a 1-2 count as that one was up high. And Lee swings on that pitch, and it's a grounder down to the third baseman, who makes a throw, and Julian Lee is out at first. Good play from the first baseman, Ty Roseberry.
The right fielder, number 9, Jordan Dre.
Carson Johnson hustled up to second, and Julian Lee advanced the runner. Jordan Dre now batting for the Mavs, the number 9 hitter.
Don't forget to hand out the
That last throw really looked like it took Ty Roseberry off the bag, and Julian Lee might have been out. Might have been in there, but the call was out that Ty Roseberry got back down and touched first base before Lee did. 1-1 count to Jordan Dre now. Good curveball that time from Scott Platt. That one gets inside on the strike zone. 1-2 count now. Man on second for the Mavs and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Jordan Dre fouls one off.
attendance 1,002.
And Scott Platt strikes Jordan Dre out. Looking.
Mavericks get one more back here.
Good fastball there. Catches the bottom half of the plate.
I'd like to thank Temple
Caught Dre looking. He didn't think that one was going to find the strike zone, but Scott Platt kept it in there. Got out of the inning.
the official training facility of the Mavericks. Don't forget, folks, at the end of the game, head on down to Days Off Pub, the official pub for the Venice Mavericks, and receive that 7.95 schooners and the 2-for-1 appies.
Season record for attendance for the Mavericks here tonight. 1,002 fans turning up at Athletic Park tonight.
We'll be handing out frosty coupons for hitting over 10 hits.
Anyone out there?
No DH now.
No DH for the Mavericks.
Number 11, Julian Lee, coming in to pitch for the Mavs now.
So no DH. And Odlin's probably out in, I would think, left field. So just take a look at number 15 if he's out in left field. I think he is. So you know how to activate all those, you gotta do those substitutions, right? So Andres is out. Lee, so there's no DH now, right? So in the batting I'm seeing 27. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I can't see it.
Now pitching for the Mavs, 11, Julian Lee, the left-hander. 26 John Rayborn should be, but I can't see if it's 27 or 26.
New pinch hitter. Number 11's coming up there. He's new. These are all going to be all new pitchers.
No, it's still 26.
What is it? 20 what?
Batting for the Miller Express, number 26, John Rayborn.
What was 26? I thought it was like 27.
John Rayborn strikes out. Julian Lee gets his first strikeout in the first batter he sees.
This is the new pinch hitter, number 11. You gotta put him in
Strikeout looking.
as a hit pinch hitter. Number 11. He's a pinch hitter now. In spot 4.
Noah Moore, number 11, now batting for the Miller Express.
Pinch hitting now for the Moose Jaw. Number 11, Noah Moore.
Top of the ninth.
0-1 count as Moore fouls off the first pitch he sees.
Who's on out there? Number 8. Top of
Julian Lee pitching for the first time this season with the Mavs and strikes out the first batter he sees.
It'll be interesting to see when we finalize that, what it looks like. Hopefully we get it all right. Those are the tricky ones.
Second pitch of this at bat is outside, down low and wide. Called for a ball, and it's a 1-1 count. Third pitch from Lee is up high. Can't find the strike zone on that one either. And it's a 2-1 count here to Noah Moore. Good fastball that time from Julian Lee in the upper half of the strike zone. Noah Moore swings right through that one as he couldn't catch up with it. And Noah Moore swings through another one. Strikeout. 2 straight strikeouts for Julian Lee.
As Moore goes down swinging. Top of the order now for Moose Jaw, number 8, Eric Marriott. Just a reminder, fans, we're doing this again tomorrow night. Same 2 teams. 7:05 start. Moose Jaw, Medicine Hat.
Eric Marriott now batting for Moose Jaw, trying not to be their last batter of the game. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. 23-3 game for Mavs leading. So for Marriott, 0 for 3 in a game, has walked once. Looking at a 2-0 count. And the third pitch, a breaking ball that finds the strike zone. 2-1 count now. Another pitch that finds the strike zone from Julian Lee. And we're now at a 2-2 count. Julian Lee looking to strike out the side in the 9th inning and end this ball game. And the pitch comes. And Marriott hits it over top of Louis Canger's head into center field. And he's on for a base hit.
2-0 single for Marriott brings to the plate. Number 7, Scott Plant.
Number 7, Scott Platt started the game on second and ended it pitching. Is 2 for 4 in a day, and he's now back in the batter's box for the 5th time this game. Trying to get on board for the 3rd time and extend this game. Swings on the first pitch, and it's fouled off into the stands. 0-1 count. We're going to have a problem with Noah Moore. We're going to have to slide him around.
should have been.
Yeah, I'll be able to. I'll tell you after. Second pitch is a ball in this at bat. 1-1 count. 2 outs, 1 on here in the top of the ninth. And Julian Lee throws another ball. That one a fastball up high above the strike zone. Can't keep it down that time. And Scott Platt swings at the fourth pitch of the at-bat and fouls another one off, catching a piece of that one and sending it off into the stands again. 2 outs and 2 strikes here, Miller Express.
That's the ball game, folks. The Mavericks.
Sorry, I cut out there for a second and you missed the out. But Scott Platt grounded out to shortstop, and he flipped it to the second baseman, Louis Canjur, to get the force out at second, and that ends the ball game.
Gunnar Pickett with the loss for the Moose Jaw. And Junpei Akinuma.
So this game is over now, and it's a 23-3 win for the Mavericks. Mavericks improving their season to 4-2. They've now won 4 straight, and they end the Moose Jaw Miller Express 6-game winning streak to start the season. Moose Jaw now 6-1. We meet tomorrow at 7:05. Same team, same time. We'll see if Mavericks can pick up the same sort of result. Gunnar Pickett, after pitching only 1/3 of the inning, picks up the loss, and Junpei Akinuma picks up his first win in the Mavericks uniform. 23-3 the final score here at Athletic Park, and we'll see you for the same time with the same teams tomorrow night.